Hello, welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we're going to take a look at the latest reveals for Age of Sigmar, as the Blades of Khorne make an appearance. So once again, before we get into this article, we're getting a new model, potentially more. We'll see what the article says. I haven't actually read this yet. But we're getting some Age of Sigmar stuff that we sort of knew was coming from the roadmap. Ideneth was the last 2 weeks. This week we have Blades of Khorne. Maybe there'll be some more Blades of Khorne or whatever. But Monday seems to be the Age of Sigmar reveal day. But surely all of this should be being done in a reveal stream. I'll be honest, I'm really interested to know what is happening with reveals and stuff, because the reveal streams were pretty cool. I liked the mix of games that they had and all the cool stuff that was going on. It feels a bit weird that we haven't got any going on right now. We don't know when the next one is, and reveals are just coming in articles. Not really fond of it, but hey, new models, new reveals, and very stunning models, let's be honest, is always a good thing. So let's get into this one, because the Khorne Deathbringer is on the hunt for trophies. Don't lose your head. War rages across the mortal realms, and the echoes of combat can be heard all the way from Gyrantis Shaish. As blades clash and blood is spilt, the power of Khorne grows, and his followers feel the white-hot glow of his gaze on their backs. Like enthusiastic children, they respond to this recognition by showing off even more. Doing such cute things as taking skulls and committing acts of great carnage. To keep him invested, they've anointed a brand new champion, the Deathbringer. So this model just oozes that 1970s, 1980s heavy metal album, like rock album cover. Love it. It's not over the top, it's very understated. There's a few skulls here, there's an axe, but the pose is just waiting for somebody to try it. You know, just challenge them. There's been some amazing models. The Ideneth Deepkin models, the characters were, well, all the stuff that was revealed, to be honest. They were wonderful flowing poses with like scenery coming up, like the ocean spray and things coming off them, and absolutely incredible models from that perspective. This is just a guy standing there with an axe down, not even on the charge. Just a threatening presence, and does it not have an aura of don't mess with that guy? I love this model, and this model is such a throwback to Warhammer Fantasy as well, I think. Looks really, really cool, very impressed with it. Not quite yet a lord, the Deathbringer is an ascendant warrior who has his sights set on the prize of leadership. He wades into battle to relieve warlords, generals, monarchs and tyrants of the heavy burden of their heads with his Kingslayer axe, so he literally is a headhunter. Different options for the cloak on the back as well. That's a nice touch. All muscle and brass, the Deathbringer epitomizes the martial prowess of Khorne, his shield bearing the symbol of his god, but sharpened into a weapon of war. They do always say the best defense is a good offense. You can kit him out with a ragged cape or a trophy rack that shows his current crop of liberated craniums. That's cool. That's a nice touch. This eager headhunter will need to sharpen his blade for a little longer. This stuff isn't coming too soon then, as his rules will be featured in Battletome Blades of Khorne. This book is your background and rules companion for the mortals who worship Khorne and the demons that their violence summons into being. I'll be honest, of all of the really cool Battletome artwork that we've seen, I think this might be one of the weakest. And I don't know why, I don't know what it is, because the Blades of Khorne have some really cool models and they have some really cool artwork. This one doesn't work for me. But that's their new model, this is their Battletome, we know it's all coming, it will be going by the reveals after the Ideneth Deepkin later on in the summer. And then we have the new Spearhead as well. It's packed with all the latest tips on how to efficiently shed blood and take care of all the brass armor when it inevitably gets soiled. Within its gore-splattered pages, you'll also find a fresh new spin on your army's core battle traits. Interesting. Alongside rules for the new armies and regiments of renown, and a fresh spearhead named the Fangs of the Blood God, because it's all demon hounds, bloodhounds, corn dogs. Are we calling them corn dogs? Yeah, this is another spearhead that seems to focus on the Warcry warband with extra corn dogs. And Karanak, who I don't have yet, but I think he's such a cool model. Not quite sure about this Spearhead, I'll be honest. Visually, I think it's a bit boring. It plays into just one theme, but actually thinking about how they'd move and how you could utilize these Hounds of Khorne, I bet it would be quite fast, quite hard hitting. Yeah, okay, interesting. And it's interesting that you have a named character in there as well. I just think it's a bit bland, that image, because it's all kind of like the same colour, there's no real pop. It is an interesting Spearhead. I'd love to know more. This fast-moving force represents one of Khorne's most cheerful facets, his deep and abiding love for dogs. 2 packs of 5 flesh hounds are led by literal top dog Karanak, the 3-headed servant of Khorne. They're attended by the Claws of Karanak, a group of bloodthirsty hunters who worship these demonic hounds, their twisted pursuit of violence, eventually transforming them into half-demon Hounds of Wrath. Blades of Khorne will be coming out swinging in short order, ready to carve a bloody swathe across the mortal realms. Keep checking in with WarCom for more Age of Sigmar news and reveals, so they don't say more Blades of Khorne reveals, which I suppose not every army is going to get a whole host of new units. Idoneth Deepkin did a lot better than I was expecting them to. I guess it fits that we know every army that gets a new Battletome gets a second, potentially third Spearhead. We know that that is going to be happening. I would like to live in a world where they all get at least one model. That, I think, is fair to ask for. Deepkin did pretty well, like I say, but if there's only one for Blades of Khorne, I guess it works for now, hoping that they get some love in the future. It's not a bad model range, to be honest. So I think that this is the bare minimum that we can expect from Age of Sigmar release for 4th edition. Maybe next Monday we're going to get more Age of Sigmar. That sort of news and reveals, it points to maybe no reveal streams for Age of Sigmar for a while. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it might be that we get some more Blades of Khorne stuff next time. We haven't seen their manifestations, and I think, I'm working on the theory that we're going to get new manifestations for most factions. So there might be something next week, or it could just be something different. But this really interests me because Age of Sigmar is getting quite a lot of reveals in articles. Doesn't really build the hype, I don't think, personally. Whereas 40k, they like to do a reveal stream for 40k. 40k is a bigger game than Age of Sigmar. I'm not saying that it isn't, but I don't even know what's going on with 40k. I'm expecting a reveal stream soon, but you would have thought that all of this stuff would be included and they'll drop 3 or 4, even if it is just one new model in a Battletome and a new Spearhead, obviously. You'd thought that GW would be dropping these, it would be like a 5-minute segment in a reveal show where, okay, here's Idoneth, here's Blades of Khorne, here's this, here's that. I don't know, I feel like there's been a shift somewhere in GW, certainly with all the leaks and things, because leaks are a huge problem. But good news for Blades of Khorne players, the Battletome is coming. It says, where was it, in short order? In short order, could mean anything. It's probably going to be after Idoneth Deepkin. They could even do it as a Deepkin and Blades of Khorne, if this is all that there is for the Blades of Khorne. Because this isn't really a AOS preview on its own, is it? You'd release more than just this. So maybe it's going to be a bumper AOS preview in the next month or so. I mean, who knows? I genuinely don't know what's going on with Games Workshop at the minute. I think this is great though. I love the pose, I love the look. I'd love to know more. This might be a Battletome that I actually pick up. We'll see. I mean, it depends what comes out around that time. Spearhead, I don't know how exciting that's going to be for the majority of people, but it seems like it will be fast and potentially very tricky to play against. But I reckon this stuff will probably go down pretty quickly. But again, it's an old Warcry warband that sort of disappeared, that still has rules in AOS and is being put into a Spearhead. So is this further confirmation that Warcry's dead? Who knows? Either way, it's nice that the models are still getting some use. And you're still able to get them if you want them. Because the Warcry models, the warbands, were stunning models. Regardless of what happens to the game, it's nice that they're still a thing. Yeah, I think that the Deathbringer, aptly named, probably, is looking really good. I think that however we get it, more AOS reveals is good. And I'm interested to see more of what's coming. But let me know in the comments what you think. As always, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.